Michael AASTRUP Jensen, coming from Denmark, dealing with Georgia. What was the outcome of your investigations, your monitoring the situation in Georgia?
Well, first of all, we actually see progress on the ground. We see progress regarding judicial system. We see progress regarding the political climate. You have a very active opposition. You also have a very active government. You always have that in Georgia. But all in all, we actually see optimism. We actually see improvement in all areas, so to speak. But there is also a but regarding Georgia, and that is we also see a political climate regarding prosecution of former president, former high officials from the former government. So all in all, we are also seeing worrying developments that we of course are following very, very closely.
Is it at all possible to compare the situation of Ukraine with Georgia, bearing in mind that there are two areas of Georgia which are more or less occupied by Russia?
Well, in some regards you can, in my opinion, because you're absolutely correct that regarding South Ossetia and Abkhazia, we have Russian troops stationed there. They are de facto occupied territories. They are borderization, regarding barbed wires and everything else. So, in my opinion, if we do not do anything, I actually foresee that South Ossetia and Abkhazia are going to join the Russian Federation in a few years' time.
What can the Council of Europe do?
In my view, we should do whatever we can, and that is, as you also asked, not very much, I'm afraid. We can, of course, stick it to the Russian, to be frank, and say that if Russia does this, then it is a red line. It's a red line compared to, you are a member of Council of Europe, you have signed to uphold the rule of law, democracy, so on and so on. So if you do this, tell the Russians now that if you do this, then you cross the red line, you cannot be a member of the Council of Europe anymore. Because in my opinion, if you do not be so frank regarding Russia, and also tell Putin that it has consequences, grave consequences, if you keep expanding your territory, they will just do it. So we have to be frank, we have to be concise, and we have to be it from now on.